So, I'm out on a job today in Yowie Bay for a customer who they've getting some renovation work done up here on the slab, and the Sparkies, they've cut through some cables and all their internet's gone off. Yeah, it's pretty complicated, this one, because the guy who lived here used to be a Sparky. Yeah. You can see those cables there, right? Those cables are going from that conduit, and then you see these white conduits here, so they're running up to this box here, right? So that's these ones. Now these were all joined up. It's just a mess. They've got these cables here that were running over to here where the Sparkies have chopped everything. So it's taken me just a bit of time to try and actually work out what's going on, because I couldn't find those black cables. So it looks like what's happened is that these yellow cables, these ones, are going in this conduit, which then shoots up to the street, which to another box that goes to a pole. And there's another one of these boxes down there. It's just these boxes everywhere. So the guy being a Sparky used to live here, he's just done all his own wiring. That's a bit dodgy there anyway, having the cables right next to your electrical. So I've got a tone, my tone, if I can get this guy to work. So that is coming up from the socket, okay? That is on these blue whites, which are on the black cables that I just showed you when they're coming up on the inclinator. But then these two are going up in this conduit, which is shooting back up this way. So let's go and pop this other box open and see what's going on up here. Okay, so this is another box, another power box. You see it's got Telstra written on it, so I'm assuming that this will be one of these. Will have the leading cable, and they've got those yellow internal cables running underground. Dodgy. Let's check it out. Okay, so bingo, we've got our leading cables, and yes, indeed, they've got yellow internal cables running underground. Just not too good. Right, so now I want to see so I'm assuming that this will be the leading cable with the NBN, because they're the newer Scotch locks. Those Scotchies are older on this leading cable, so we'll just ignore that one and we'll play with this one. Okay, so now I've got my tone on this one. So it's the red, black and the red, black. Okay, how is that? What is going on here? So I've put it on the red, black down at the next junction. And this one I'm assuming, so it's either going to be this one or this other one here. So we'll try this red, black one first, see if that works. Bloody hell. Right, this thing's here. I've had to walk up and down those stairs about 15 times so far. It ain't fun. So I'm back out here at this job that I was at yesterday, again today. I sort of ran out of time yesterday because I had a bunch of other jobs I needed to get to. So today what I've done, I'm back because it's not getting any, I'm not syncing up, right? It just keeps flashing. Now, I've got my tone coming up from the house, right? That's perfect. There's no insulation resistance problems or anything between here and there down the house. And as I showed you, it's going down in the conduits, and then it's got that aerial cable that's popping across going into the house. So that's all fine. Now this end here, they've got two yellow cables, right? Now I've got my socket on the end of one here on the red black on this. So how there is, it's like 3 lots of Scotch locks, right? They've got one on the red black on this cable, they had one on the red black on this one, and one on the blue white on this one. Last night we left this one connected all night long and it didn't connect. I just finished testing this one with this socket. Okay, we left that on for 15 minutes, still just flashing, right? Now, this is the last one I'm testing, which is this one here. So I've got the socket connected directly to that, and that's going back up to here, which I'll show you now. But there's nothing on that. Now, the insulation resistance between these as well is all fine. This has all been encased in conduit and a weatherproof box. So if I just take you up and show you what I mean at the other end. So this is going to be an NBN problem. It might have just been a coincidence that everything dropped out when they cut those cables, or I'm not sure if you can short circuit out the DPUs by chopping through cables, but so those yellow cables, as you can see, they're coming here, right? So what we've got is only the blue white on that one is not connected. You can see the red black is connected on that yellow pair, and the blue white on that one, and only the red black on this one. So I've tested all those now and we're getting nothing. Now that's literally just going from here, right, those leading cables. So that's basically the network end there. It's running up that pole over to there, cross over to here, and then it's going across to the DPU. There's like 3 or 4 poles before it gets to actually the DPU. So I've pretty much done everything here on my end. Their internals are fine. So it's got to be something out in the street. It's got to be an NBN issue. So I'm just making this video today because, yeah, we're not having any joy. So here you can see the leading, well, not leading cables, but they're 2-pair gel fill cables. They're the cables that are going to the house to the socket, right? And then from that point, they come to this box, which is the first one of these boxes. Right. Pull this off here. And you can see those cables there, those 2 little black ones, they're the cables there that are going to the house, all right? And then they run in these conduits up to the next box. So if you can see that. Right, and then the conduits are continuing, they pop up through here, right, and then here. So the black cables, the ones going back down to the house, just follow it up with these ones. Right, this is the only one going to socket, this blue white, and then those ones, the yellow ones, are continuing up to the next box, which is up at the top of the house, which I showed you. Okay. So there was a mess of cables. All these were all joined in multiple different Scotch locks going all over the shop, bridge taps galore. She said she was having dropouts all the time, the speeds were rubbish. But what happens, there's a conduit there, which was going over here, it's connecting these ones as well, right? Now, the issue that they said they've had was when the Sparkies had chopped through this, that the internet had dropped out. Right, now, like I've shown, I've tested all 3 of those lead-in cables, like the 3 pairs of the 2 leading cables that have previously been connected at that top box, because nothing has been disconnected. But I'm not sure why NBN is not syncing up. So it's either, you know, just a coincidence that there's an issue at the same time, or whether cutting through this might have shorted something out, which has caused the problem at the DPU. So I'm just gathering as much information as I can, because I'm pretty much done what I can now. There's not much more I can do because I've tested everything. So it's pretty much back on the network side now. So we'll have to get NBN to come out and have a look at their side just to see what the hell is going on. But as far as her cabling is concerned, everything is hunky-dory from here all the way to the top box.